Is he live here?
Yep, you're going
What's
live right
up?
now.
We are
Oh,
live
you
right
should
now,
tell
Mom.
me.
We're live.
My bell hit my
Fire
mic.
with Dad, and
Fire with
Mom is in the
Dad,
back.
baby.
Mom's in the background yelling, causing disruption as usual.
Exactly.
Dad, what's going on?
Not much. Just did about, I did 3 coaching calls today and 2 networking events. I got 1 coaching call this afternoon.
Look at
And
that.
you're eating.
I'm at Slim Chickens in Norman, Oklahoma. We are on the campus of Brian Bosworth, the house Brian Bosworth built,
Sing, baby.
Oklahoma. Is it
He was
Oklahoma
my
University?
hero.
Oklahoma University.
My hero.
Brian Bosworth was awesome. So we're traveling. We were in Arkansas 2 days ago. We were in Tulsa, Norman, Moore, Oklahoma City the last couple of days. You and I think one of the reasons I love traveling so much was that Mom's hand.
Yep.
So we got to quit giving her Red Bull. So I think one of the reasons I enjoy traveling so much is that we traveled a lot as a family growing up. Remember the trip we went on cross country where we tent camped from Kentucky to California and back?
Yep. That was awesome.
What
That was
was
awesome.
what was some of the reasons you had us traveling so much as kids?
I like camping. The first thing your mom and I ever bought when we first got married was a camper, a little tag along camper. First thing we bought after we got married. So we've been married 50 years. We've been camping for 50 years. I camped when I was a kid. We always camped when we were kids. Me and my buddies we walked to Rock Cut State Park, which in those days was very, very primitive. And we'd all have a backpack and it'd take us about 5 miles, 5 mile walk from our house. And we'd get there about noon. We'd leave about 7, get there about noon. And we'd set up camp and we'd camp all weekend by ourselves. No parents, nobody. We'd fish and screw around and
Yep.
hike the area. Did my whole life.
I think one thing I've liked with my kids that I learned as a kid that I took into adulthood is the fact that you remember experiences more than you remember gifts. You don't remember that certain Christmas gift or certain item, but I remembered Myrtle Beach, the arcades, the mini putt-putts, the beach. I remembered all of our things, tent camping to California and back, this trip to Snowshoe. Would you spend like $2,500 on alcohol that one week at Snowshoe?
Well, the bill it was kind of humorous. We were there from before Christmas to after New Year's, and the bill was $5,000 for the week. I'm checking out, okay, and this is kind of humor. I'm checking out, and I hand the girl my American Express card, and all of a sudden American Express comes on the phone. And said, the American Express wants to talk to you. So oh my God, my card didn't go through. I says I'll be washing dishes the rest of my life. So American Express comes on and says, "Is this Dwayne Plapp?" I said, "Yeah, we're just checking. I make sure you're the same guy that's on the card because $5,000 is a lot of money." I said, "Tell me about it."
Yeah, that was an expensive ski trip for sure. I remember because Sam was in the Navy at that point, and it was just me. And then you and Mom didn't ski. So when I would ski, you guys would spend all day in restaurants and the bars at the ski slope having a good time, just enjoying cigars and who knows what mixed drinks. And I remember you saying that was an expensive trip.
Yeah, your mom and we sat in the bar. You could oversee the bar had big picture windows, so you could see the slopes. So we'd
Yeah.
sit in the bar, we'd be drinking all day and watch everybody ski. And Sam was in Japan at the time, and so he wasn't privy to all this stuff, but we had a ball.
I
Remember
got a
the
mount.
time we went to Snowshoe, and I turned on the way. Sam was with us then. I turned the van sideways going down the mountain.
That was Canaan Valley.
Yeah, Canaan Valley. I'm sorry. Yeah, Canaan
That
Valley.
was he was a senior in high school, and I was a seventh grader, I think. Thought we were going to die. I was holding a corned beef sandwich. This tells you how much you remember experiences. I was holding a corned beef sandwich in my hand. We were coming back from skiing all day, going back to the condo, and you lost control. We went into a 360. I destroyed it. Which, by the way, you got to say hi to everybody. We got the team here. We got Doug, Dougie
Hey,
Fresh.
Doug.
He
Doug.
can't hear you, but he said hi. There's
Hi.
David.
Hey,
David,
hey,
he
man.
said he didn't say hi, David. He said tell David to pound salt. No, I'm just kidding. He
Hey,
said
hey,
hi.
hey, hey, hey.
So we've been on the road creating memories from a business standpoint. The family comes with me on a lot of these, but I think one of the biggest things I've seen a lot of people don't do two things. Number one, they don't get out of where they're from, and so they don't get to see the great things that are out around this country. Number two, people with families don't focus on traveling enough, Doug Smith, to create those memories that I think your kids will always remember 10, 20, 30 years from now.
Well, the other thing too, remember, you were in Boy Scouts, you were an Eagle Scout, so was Sam. We camped all over the country when we were in Boy Scouts. Matter of fact, you went to the National Jamboree the one year in Washington, D.C.?
Yep.
Yep. And we camped everywhere. We Boy Scouted. The family always camped. We had all kinds of memories. I mean, we had all kinds of different trips we took. And remember, we went down to, remember the time we went down to Orlando to see Sam graduate from boot
Basic
camp on the
training.
way back?
Yep.
Yeah. On the way back, I had to ditch the camper and the truck because it blew the engine.
Yep.
And I had to get the engine fixed down in Berea, Kentucky.
That was the white Dolly, wasn't it?
Yep, that was a white dually.
Yep.
Remember the time we went to
this.
Myrtle Beach with the Jeep on the back? Looked like
Beverly
the truck
Hillbillies.
camper.
Yeah,
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Kevin Souter went down. No, good times. So that was my lesson today is travel. Get out, see our country, see the world, take your family with you. Your kids, your family will have more memories of experiences versus items. You got any tips or any closing advice you want to talk about?
Well, I would say this, okay? If you're camping, okay, and traveling with a family, we don't fly a plane anymore. Mom and I, we don't fly. We drive our motorhomes. Always had a camper. And you're right. You remember the experiences more than you remember any of the gifts and stuff like that. You remember all the experiences and the neat things you did as a family together. And I think that's why our family's so close, is we got all these experiences together.
Yep. Well, cool. Today's a short fire with Dad. We'll get a longer one next week.
All right. Short fire with Dad. Fire's out.
I'm going to finish lunch, and then we're going to head to the airport and fly home. So I'll be home.
So are you flying home this afternoon then?
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know you said later today. I didn't know it was tonight or tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, we get back this afternoon. So we're leaving.
You're flying out of Norman.
No, we're out of Oklahoma City. We're about 20 miles south right now. We went down here. We went to see the campus.
Yeah, I remember Bosworth was the first pick for the Seattle Seahawks.
He was awesome. He got injured in the NFL and never really materialized.
Well, he got injured and it tore his knee up, and in those days, you tore your knee up, you were done.
Yep.
Just like Bo Jackson tore up his hip, he was done. The Bengals tore up his hip, and he was history.
Yep. Well, cool. That's all I got today, Dad. Short one. Wanted to get it in. We'll talk next week. By the way, people like these today. Well, yeah, this past week we spent 2 days with Brian Picard, Catherine, his wife, and his brother Mark. And Brian and Catherine both brought up they love seeing the dad on video, and that you need to travel with me occasionally.
Well, quite honestly, when I go to networking events, everybody talks about Fire with Dad.
Yep.
So apparently a lot of people see that because when I go to a lot of networking events from home builders and other places, I go, I tell you what, I really had a good time watching your Fire with Dad last week.
Cool. Well, hey, we'll be back next week. See you.
Well, we're Fire with Dad, baby.
Love you, Dad.
Love you too. All right, Mom loves you. Matt loves you, honey. Loves you too. Bye.
See ya.